Wolverine here. Like that, bub? Yeah. Pretty sweet, huh? You're a special treat. I'm gonna talk about my song and when I started it, so people don't get confused. I started in the fall of 2017, right after Switch With Your Mask, my Halloween song. Check that out when you get a chance, my friends, if you didn't see it. So the movie came out in the spring, Logan, on March 2017. A lot of people loved it. A lot of my family members too. But they're not true Wolverine fans, after all, are they? So I was painting my friend's house. I was cutting the trim. And my friend Jason came to me and said, "Dude, you gotta see that movie, man." I said, "What are you talking about?" "Logan. Hugh Jackman does a great job." "Really?" "I'm not interested, Jason. I have no interest in that movie." "Why?" "Why? Did he wear the mask, Jason?" "No, man. It doesn't make a difference to me. It makes a difference to me, Jason, because that's what the character wears, the mask." So I just kept painting, minding my own business, as usual. But I have other friends. I talked to a couple of weeks ago, my friend Mick. He says, "Man, you gotta watch. Even now, you gotta watch Logan. You gotta give it a chance." I said, "Dude, he didn't wear the mask, bub. I'm not gonna watch it." Another one. The list goes on and on. Pretty funny, huh? So originally, the concept of this video was going to be just my face for the chorus. With a mask on, there's got to be someone who wears a mask. There's got to be someone who's proud to wear the mask. That's me, bub. And then the verse, I was going to have a spotlight, the room dark, and I was going to sit on a chair playing the guitar on the verse chords. Pretty cool, huh? I'm glad I didn't do this video right away, you know. I'm glad I waited. 3 years in the making, my friends. Because I had a lot of songs I was writing, but I didn't have enough time to produce it because I was working. I needed to make more money. This job cost me, this video cost me a mint, but it was worth it, my friends. You see, in your mind, it's not a hit. In my mind, it is. I think it's great. It's one of my finest performances. Up to date, you know. But then my uncle, Gary, texted me. He says, "Hey, I watched your video. Pretty extreme, Tyrone." "Not extreme enough, Gary." "What do you mean, extreme, Gary?" "Well, you burned the video in the end." "Yeah, Gary, I burned that video in the end. It was pretty cool. I laughed about it. I wanted to make a point. My point was made. But you know why I burned that video? That movie? Especially that movie. That was the last movie I saw in 2013, The Wolverine. I went with my friend Dan to the movies. Of course, Dan loved it. He enjoyed it. While I was pissed. I said, I always kept watching the movie, waiting. Where's he gonna wear that mask? And that costume that looks awesome. And all of a sudden, he does it. And I leave the theater really pissed. And all of a sudden, Dan sends me a text. He says, "Yeah, the costume's right there." I looked at the costume, it's right there. He just opens the box, his mask, everything there. It was a tease. It made me sick. He couldn't put it on. It looked awesome. It would look great on the screen. But no, Jackman, you gotta be selfish as usual. So that's why I burned the video. It was justified. But in your mind, it isn't. It's too bad. That's because you're weak. You see, you don't like my songs because it speaks truth. And truth hurts for most people. See, truth will set you free. And I got one thing to say right now. You see, I put on my mask. Let's see if you could put on yours, Jackman. Well, something special came out in the 90s. It was a smash hit. It was called The X-Men. It exploded. It had this great little tune to introduce the characters and made your blood pumping. There were Cyclops, Storm, Jean, Rogue, Gambit, Beast, and the iconic Wolverine. That's right, bub. It was so awesome, it was intense. The episodes kept you hooked on your seat, and you were thrilled every weekend, every Saturday mornings to watch this show. So I recommend you pick up this DVD of the X-Men. You'll really enjoy it. 5 volumes. You won't get bored. I guarantee it. It's based on the comics. So, what's so unique is the man who played the voice of Wolverine. The man that everyone studies to play as Wolverine. Cal Dunn. He had the greatest voice for that character. He brought it in. He made it his own. He brought passion to the character. And he had loyalty. And you know, Hugh Jackman came to him for reference on his voice. And Jackman was sarcastically said to him, "I'm tired of hearing your voice, Cal." And Cal said, "I'm tired of shaking your hand, bub." But that's the problem, what Hugh Jackman is. He never believed in the character. He never should have played Wolverine. He was a phony. But Cal wasn't. Cal was loyal to the origin of Wolverine, and he brought his essence to the character. He brought the fire, the passion, and the love of the Wolverine. That's right, he did. And that's what I did. I brought the love of the Wolverine in this video. And the passion. And you know, you don't like my song because it speaks truth. And most of my songs, that's what it is. But I got something to tell you. You see, I put on my mask. Let's see if you could put on yours, Hugh Jackman. Yeah, bub. Wolverine. So, there was 3 men who created the Wolverine. That's right. It was awesome. It was growing. And their names were Len Wein, John Romita Sr., and Roy Thomas. These men drew and wrote stories of this character, and they loved this character with all their passion. But this character finally got his own issue in 1974, and this character grew. It started out small, and it expanded to global. This character was special in so many ways. And I know these 3 men love Wolverine. And these 3 men were disrespected by one man, Hugh Jackman. You'll laugh, but that's what everyone does. Because you didn't create the character, they did. I'm the Lone Ranger, and I'm defending these 3 men. These 3 men wanted Hugh Jackman to wear the mask, but Hugh Jackman disrespected him in so many ways. Because you're saying, how did he? First of all, he didn't want to wear the suit. Second, the most important thing out of the whole thing is the mask with the suit. The complete of the character. of these men who created. See, Hugh Jackman is telling you he knows the character better than they do. Get that through your head. Hugh Jackman thinks he knows the character better than those three men who sweat and bled in writing and drawing this character. They made him. He didn't. See, Hugh Jackman was full of pride. He was a jerk. He was a bully. But you can't see that. See, because you never created anything. See, I'm here to defend those three men. What else did Hugh Jackman do? What else did he disrespected? He disrespected the costume designers. There's so many costume designers are so good and so talented. More talented than Hugh Jackman's brain. And Hugh Jackman disrespected them too. Hugh Jackman thinks he knows costume designer. He knows nothing. Hugh Jackman had an ego so big as the size of a football field. He was full of pride. He had no humility. He didn't care about their feelings. He didn't care about the fans like me. You were a punk, Hugh Jackman. You disrespected the Wolverine. And I am the Lone Ranger. I'm the one who wrote the song to defend those three men and the costume designers. Because I believe in them. Hugh Jackman didn't believe in nothing but himself. He was selfish. He got paid a lot of money and he complained of playing Wolverine. He never should have played him. You know what's funny, Hugh Jackman? You should have won that Oscar. You know that? For Les Mis? Because you like to sing. The hardest thing to do is to sing live and to act at the same time, what you did. You should have won the Oscar. Daniel Day-Lewis should never won that. You should have. But you know what's funny, Hugh Jackman? What comes around goes around. You lost the Oscar because you were selfish to those three men. So, I was talking to my cousin Marlito. He's a big fan. It was a couple of years ago. It was on his birthday. We had a good conversation. He's a big fan of comics and movies. And I thought he'd be on the same page with me. Boy, was I wrong. Right off the bat, he was defending Hugh Jackman. I had to listen to his dribble for 45 minutes. And he kept cutting me off. And I just kept smiling and laughing in my head. He kept telling me that they're paying his face a lot of money. People want to see his face. No, Marlito. People want to see the mask. That's what people want to see. People who believe in the mask. Believe in the character. Like those three men who drew him. Who created him. See, you never created anything, Marlito. That's why you don't care. You're selfish just like Hugh Jackman. Just like the rest of the family who couldn't put a like on it. Because they're not fans of Wolverine. You see, you should have passed this song along if you love the character of Wolverine like I do. This character is special in a lot of ways. He's a loner. That's what I am. Just like him, I'm a loner. He gets angry. I get angry too. But Wolverine gets angry because people mistreat him, just like me. I only get angry when people treat me bad. And that's a fact. And Wolverine also lost a lot of dames, just like I did. But there's something special about Wolverine than a lot of characters. Wolverine never gives up. He keeps on going, and he keeps on believing. And that's what I do. I believe in this song. This song is special. This song is for those men who created Wolverine. Because if I created something special like that, I would want somebody to play the character 100%. And if you don't, you should be fired. And I want to thank my old man. Thanks for taking me to the comic stores when I went to buy them. I really appreciate that. I give what credit is due. Thanks, Pops. And I want to thank Casey. Thanks, Casey, for believing in my song and helping me produce this song. I wrote the lyrics, but Casey helped me with the guitar. See, I can't play the guitar good, but I give quick credits due. And one last thing. I want to thank the greatest, the supreme being, my Lord Jesus Christ. Because without my Lord, I couldn't keep on going. He brings my faith strong. And I don't need nobody to tell me my song is good. Because I know it's good. And I got one thing to say to you, Jackman. You see, I put on my mask on. Let's see you put on yours, Jackman. Yeah! Wolverine lives on.